Blutbart.
Hello and welcome back to another behind the scenes toy photography video. This week I'm going to show you how to shoot from a bird's eye view. I call this shot, We're in Position. I'll also show you my editing process. For this shot I used Crosshair, Hunter, Battle Droids, and Super Battle Droids from Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series. I've been trying to experiment with shooting angles lately and thought it might look cool to show some characters on a cliff looking downwards at something far below. I opted for a Clone Wars scene because I have a sizable droid army that I thought would make the scene feel grand in scope. The first thing I wanted to set up was my droid army. It's really difficult to stand up these B1 battle droids on their tiny little feet, so I posed them on peg stands and used sand to cover up the stands. Using rectangular figure stands is also handy for lining up an army in neat rows. Some of my sand had clumped up into little balls, but I thought they looked cool and added some variety to the sand texture, so I left them as is. Next I added my B2 battle droids. These guys have thicker feet and are much easier to pose, but I used peg stands on them anyways to help keep my spacing consistent. Once I was satisfied with the droids, I added my cliff, which was just a simple terrarium decoration I got from the pet store. Lastly, I placed my clones. You can see from the in-camera view here that my lens was pointed downwards at a steep angle. At the last minute, I added a foam core board to act as a reflector. Here's my starting image. I didn't need to make any major edits to this shot, just a few touch-ups. I began by adding adjustment layers for levels and color balance before using content-aware fill to cover up the gaps at the top of my image. I also added a photo filter to warm up the color grading. Next I did some dodging and burning, and then used the pen tool and brush tool to draw in a little screen on Crosshair's helmet rangefinder. I played with the idea of adding a screen to his scope as well, but I settled on adding just a bit of glare instead. Finally, I made a few more tweaks to the lighting. I wanted to make it bright but not blown out. So once again, here's my starting image. And here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and make sure to check me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time.